Okay, so this was made by Observer. Let's see, the biggest box office flop of 2018, and what's really analyzed these movies, are these movies really a flop? Or not? Justice League was a flop because these sites really forget to acknowledge that sometimes Netflix buys the rights to these some movies, or something like that, or they do well in video, or they do well on streaming. Robin Hood. Yeah, it's a flop. I said it was a flop, so it's basically making it the year's biggest bomb in the process. $48 million, but it has a $100 million budget. Happy Time Murders. Yeah, that movie was dead on arrival. Nobody wants to see this movie, Happy Time Murders. Nobody wanted to see this movie that was basically the Muppets but evil. Okay, I didn't want to see this either. The Muppets were not supposed to be evil, but they decided to try to make it because they think, oh, it's gonna sell well, but no one watched it. The Nutcracker and the Four Realms. Yeah, this movie was also dead on arrival because everybody knew the Nutcracker and the Four Realms was gonna flop. The Nutcracker and the Four Realms was just another Disney cash grab for the holidays. A Wrinkle in Time was another one, $100 million to $142 million worldwide to $140 million, which means A Wrinkle in Time was a massive, big flop. This is the reason why I don't make a movie that is about white culture and make it all black. A Wrinkle in Time should be a big example of it. And the fact that Oprah was in the movie was the reason why I didn't want to see it. Nutcracker and the Four Realms was a cash grab. Happy Time Murders is just a movie that we knew was going to fail. And Robin Hood, it was another cash grab. Star Wars story. Ooh. This movie had a budget of $250 million to $300 million. This movie was not, this movie just didn't do well because nobody wanted to see this movie. This is why the Star Wars extended universe is a big failure, and Star Wars and Disney knows that, and that's why Disney's basically panicking, because they know Star Wars story is a massive, massive flop. The Hurricane Heist. This attains the worldwide box office. It goes to $10 million in China, but even with its $10 million made in China, it's still a massive flop as it needs to make back its $45 million budget. Death Wish. Did anyone even remember Death Wish? No, no one did. Oh man, a movie about prehistoric people, but it looks ugly. Since they give the people pig noses, and it's about soccer. Why would I want to watch a movie about prehistoric people playing soccer? If I want to watch a movie about prehistoric people, I can just watch Alpha. That movie's 5 times better than Oh Man. Next is The Darkest Minds, another movie that nobody cared about. Tomb Raider, I don't really think that movie was a flop. 200. Okay, so 94 million times it needed $100 million to make, but it probably broke even with video and streaming sales. So Tomb Raider is not a flop. Pacific Rim Uprising, it needs around $300 million to be a success. $300, but it probably made back its money through DVD and video sales and streaming sales, so the last movie on the list. Next is Skyscraper. That movie's not a box office flop, okay? It made $300 million worldwide. And that's it. I'm surprised Annihilation was not on the list, because that movie was sold to Netflix, which they finally realized it was. So, 3 of the movies on the list didn't do well at the box office, but they made their money back with DVD and Blu-ray sales and streaming sales. So, there's only half the movies on the list are flops, which were movies that nobody wanted to see anyways. And there's still one more month left of the year, and we'll anticipate Mortal Engines will be the next big, massive flop of the year. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And remember, the box office is a dangerous place to make money, as sometimes, it's really a monopoly of 3 to 4 companies. It's really a monopoly of Hollywood. So goodbye.